This is the last part of Unit 8, Chapter 17, Section 3. We're going to finish up the objectives here, and then I'd like to do one little quick review thing just to make sure you understand it for the test. Objective 11 is to know the three different domains and characteristics, including the differences between the domains. So these are the three domains right here. Domain eukarya, domain bacteria, and domain archaea. These are the three different domains, and how they're different is off to the side. So domain eukarya, as you can see with that word eukarya, it kind of looks like eukaryote. These are all the eukaryote kingdoms. Remember that eukaryotes have a nucleus. So all of the cells with nuclei, these are the different kingdoms. Animalia, Plantae, Protista, and fungi. All of those are eukaryotes. They all have nuclei, and they're all in one domain. Scientists have recently discovered that there's so many bacterial species that have been discovered, and they estimate have yet to be discovered, that they've actually broken up the bacteria. The bacteria used to be in one kingdom, and there weren't these domains. Now there are so many bacteria that they've split the bacteria into two different domains. And each one has its own kingdom at this point, but there's room for growth. So domain bacteria is kingdom eubacteria. And the main thing you need to know about kingdom eubacteria is that there's a chemical called peptidoglycan found in their cell walls. Domain archaea is kingdom archaebacteria. And if you look at archaea and archaebacteria, it starts with the prefix archae, which means old. These are called extremophiles. We'll get into that, what that means in a little bit later on. But extremophiles mean that they like extreme environments. PHIL means like or love. So they like extreme environments. The other thing that you need to know is the differences between the kingdoms. And there were 6 different kingdoms that were listed. The 2 bacterial kingdoms were under these domains, so domain bacteria and domain archaea. So again, kingdom eubacteria, this kingdom eubacteria, the peptidoglycan is what is found, the chemical that's found in their cell wall. And then, as I said before, kingdom archaebacteria has the crazy bacteria that live in weird situations, or what we would consider weird. So they can live in all of these types of conditions: extreme heat, extreme cold, extreme salt, high salt content, or no oxygen. So these are archaebacteria. They're called old bacteria, literally, because scientists think that this is what Earth's early history was like: no oxygen, high salt, high heat, things like that. So that's why they're called archaebacteria. So those are the first 2 kingdoms. Like I said, we're focusing in on kingdoms here. Kingdom eubacteria and kingdom archaebacteria. And then we have domain eukarya right here. Domain eukarya. And we'll get into details of the different kingdoms underneath that. So kingdom animalia. These guys are multicellular. They don't have a cell wall, and they don't do photosynthesis. These are all the animals: insects, mammals, fish. Kingdom Plantae, the plants, these are multicellular. They have a cell wall made of cellulose, and they do photosynthesis. Kingdom Fungi, like mushrooms, mold, yeast. These are multicellular. They have a cell wall made of a chemical called chitin. Chitin's also found in the exoskeleton, the outside shells of insects, interestingly enough. And fungi do not do photosynthesis. So you can see the similarities and the differences here. I'm actually going to have you guys classify these out in a couple of days. And then kingdom Protista is basically how I have explained it in the past. Anything that doesn't fall into the other categories. It's just kind of miscellaneous. So some of them are unicellular, some of them are multicellular, some do photosynthesis, some don't. It's just anything basically that doesn't fit into the other categories of animal, plant, or fungus are put into kingdom Protista. So these are the 6 different kingdoms. I have those highlighted, and then again I put a red circle around the the domains. Last thing I want to review with you, just to make sure you understand the domain through species, the different levels here, the different taxa. Domain is most general. So a domain is made of many kingdoms. A kingdom is made of many phyla. A phylum is made of many classes. A class is made of many orders. An order is made of many families. A family is made of many genuses, genera, and a genus has many species in it. So basically we start broad and we're branching off every time, getting more and more individualized, more specific as we get down to species. Sort of a weird drawing, but shows you that we have, this is like a domain, most general. Domain has a couple of kingdoms as part of it. Kingdom has a couple of phylum, and so on and so forth. This is the end of Unit 8. So use these to review.